Okay, so we are moving on to lesson 10.3 to identify, name, and describe cubes. It says, how can you identify, name, and describe cubes? That's our essential question. Well, as we look at a cube, as I told you before, it has 6 flat surfaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are plenty of surfaces to be seen. I compare it to a 2-dimensional square. It has only side, a front surface and a back surface. It doesn't have the 3-dimensional qualities that we're looking for as a solid object that we are calling it. So it's asking us to sort cubes and non-cubes. Now, unfortunately, not being at school, I only have a variety of these two sizes of cubes. So those versus what's not a cube. So what I can do is for my cube, I can come up here and I can draw different cubes and make sure for it to be a cube, I have to see a couple sides, a couple different surfaces. This is not a cube, that's a square. Now, I can even do a bigger cube. Connecting. All right. Things that are not cubes, I can make a cylinder. Remember? I can cone. I can make a sphere. So those are things that are not cubes. Not a cube, I can even just do a circle. Whoops, that was moved. A triangle. Actually, let's make that cone. There we go. So those are ways that we can do that. Some of you have done a great job at finding different shapes and gluing them on here, and that's great. So if you cannot draw, if you find those shapes and you want to glue them on, that's fine. Or if you find shapes at home that you can sort on the mat, that's great too. All right, let's go to the next page. Our next page shows the cube. And it wants you to tell me, circle the words that describe the cube. Flat surface or curved surface. So you will choose one of these and you will circle it for me. Now it's talking to you here and it's asking you how many flat surfaces does a cube have? Remember, they're not showing you all the surfaces. We talked about it when I showed you these. Remember, you have to remember how many surfaces are. If I put, there it says a C right there, so I can put that as my top there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 surfaces. Next, they're showing you the bookcase again, and they want you to put an X on those objects that are shaped like a cube. These are real-world objects that are shaped like a cube. So, make an X on those that are cubes. If you have a black crayon, it might be easier for me to see when you take the picture and send it in. Or just draw it darker with your pencil. On the back, of course, it has its little riddle. Number 1 says, I have 6 flat surfaces. Which shape am I? Mark an X on that shape. Then down here, number 2, draw me a shape that you know that's a real world object that you might have at your house. So remember, a real world object that looks like that. Whoops, got away from me. So good luck with that, and I'll be back to you soon.